This series is about to be the ultimate chess match. The Lakers had the series at 1 apiece by defeating the Minnesota Timberwolves 94-85. And man, you gotta shout out the Lakers for their intensity that they brought in this game. Because last game, they were absolutely destroyed by the three-point ball. The fact that the ball was moving from side to side for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And today, they let the Timberwolves play their version of basketball. You want to play the slow down one-on-one type? Well, we have one of the best one-on-one basketball players in the world in Luka Doncic and LeBron James. And man, did Luka play absolutely fantastic in this game. 31, 12, and 9, almost a triple-double. And he scored 16 out of his 31 points in that first quarter. He basically outscored the Minnesota Timberwolves. And that was probably the most efficient offense we saw the entire game, because after that, the three-point shots were here for any of those teams. I think they hit a combined 11 three-pointers. And that's why, the Lakers scored less points than they did in the last game, and they still won it, and honestly, pretty comfortably. You got a great game from LeBron James, 21 points, a very good all-around game. And Austin Reeves bounced back in this one, 16 points, another well-rounded performance. Yeah, DFS, heavy hitting, timely buckets. Rui Hachimura got injured in the first quarter. He came back and provided a good impact. And then Gabe Vincent, when he came in that first half, he brought that defensive intensity that the Lakers needed from last game. And in this game for the Timberwolves, they completely strayed away from their game plan. Basically the complete opposite, because they had half the amount of assists, 4 times less threes, and they played more Julius Randle basketball. Now, I'm not saying that Julius Randle didn't play great in this game. He was probably one of their only bright points, alongside Anthony Edwards, who, by the way, fantastic dunk on Jackson Hayes in that third quarter. But nonetheless, even though Julius Randle had a good game, he picked out his right moments. That's not the type of basketball that the Timberwolves need to play in order to win the series. And I think a big part of this game was because in game 1, Rudy Gobert got in foul trouble pretty early. He still played a good amount of the game, but he got into foul trouble early, which allowed them to use Naz Reid, and that's when you started to see the three-pointers opening up for Jaden McDaniels and Naz Reid. They were absolutely on fire in that game. But it was quite the opposite in this one. Jaden McDaniels, he got into foul trouble early, but he still played for the majority of this game. But Naz Reid got into foul trouble as well, which meant they had to play more Rudy Gobert. And it's sad to say it, when he's on the court, it's a negative offensive deficiency here. When have we heard that storyline before? Without the ball fizzing and the fact that they just couldn't get their offense going, they had to go to Julius Randle in that sense. And he was actually converting. But again, if you want to win a playoff series, that's not the way you're going to play. And it's going to be interesting to see how Chris Finch and the Timberwolves respond, because you want to have Rudy Gobert in there for the defense, but your offense was playing so well in that first game that Naz Reid just might be the option here. And if you're JJ Redick and the Lakers, you love to see his defensive intensity. This man called a timeout in the third quarter to try and get them back on track, and they did, and the Lakers responded well in this game. As long as Luka and LeBron dictate the terms of this series, they should win it, and that's why a lot of people chose them at the beginning of the series. Great win for the Lakers. They just need to get a win back in Minnesota if they want to get back home court advantage.